Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, in both the analog and digital world. A welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. This is Let's Play Umineko Part 3. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for Flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form two lines in front of the counter behind the white line. Rosa, you still haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up. Oh no. Maria, come on. Oh. We had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. A staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff member out onto the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Ushiromia family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down at the passenger list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call the names on the passenger list, please take your seats in order, starting from front row on the right side and going right to left, then on to the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Ushiromia Hideyoshi-sama. Oh, I'm first. Right here. By the way, do you have some candy, Ava? I've been looking all over for some, but I can't find any. Ushiroma Ava-sama? They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the plane. I've heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of various variations in atmospheric pressure when landing or taking off. That's probably what they're talking about. Hope I get a window seat. Haha, don't worry. There aren't any other kinds of seats. As George and Nikki said, there were apparently only two lines of seats. So this is what a small plane looks like. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? Ushiromia George-sama. Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much. Ushiromia Battler-sama. Nika, what do you mean by not too much? You can just swim if you fall off from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes and our own seats, right? Don't we? Wait, we don't? Ushiromia Rudolph-sama. Come on, Battler, stop standing there slack-jawed and get in. Ow, Dad, don't push me. We don't get parachutes. Ushiromia Kairi-sama. Okay, you two, stop fooling around. Let's move on in. Let's move on in. Ow, Kairi. Don't push me. This blockhead isn't moving. Ushiromia Maria-sama. Ooh, let's move on in. Ushiromia Rosa-sama. Maria, be quiet. This is your pilot, Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation's Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight to Nijima Airport will take about 20 minutes. We are receiving reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking on the aircraft, so we ask that you do not unfasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Nikki? Did the guy just say we needed to wear seatbelts? In a jumbo jet, they let you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's going to shake so much we can't take them off? Damn it, you tricked me. It is going to shake after all. Where are the parachutes? I knew I should have taken the boat. Legend of the Golden Witch with the giant titties. I was expecting this to load fast, now we have awkward silence. Ushiromiya Battler. Wow, it took us to part 3 of this video series to get to the point where we're at like the opening title credits of a movie. By the way, guys, hope you're in for a long ride, because apparently the Umineko series is very, very long. So, it's gonna be a long, long read. We're gonna like have 1,000 parts about me, reading. Then again, I don't expect anyone to listen. I would say to more than one of these videos of me reading this story, but, well, that had to imply somebody listened to one of them to begin with. And actually came back and wanted more. If you want to hear me raging and yelling and cussing while playing a platformer game, I did do a Let's Play of Super Meat Boy like 3 or 4 years ago. Also did some Enter the Gungeon and stuff like that, so if you want to hear me being energetic and yelling and cussing, well, that would be your cup of tea then. But for now, we're having this cup of tea, which is more like Earl Grey. Should have taken the boat. The boat. Fall. Fall. Ooh. Maria, that's enough. But what a surprise. I thought there was nothing that could scare Battler-kun. This guy can't handle vehicles for some reason. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of a man, you are. Shut up. That thing was seriously shaking way too much. I just got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that. You call that a little stressed? Sounds like it'd be fun to take an overseas vacation with you, Battler-kun. Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? You'd get to ride a plane for a full 14 hours. There's a good plan. By the way, Battler-kun, you should go let Ava Neeson toughen you up some. Still, it's so hilarious. Ha ha ha! Whoa! No! Everyone got... I'm not doing that voice. Everyone's got their own strong and weak points. It's bad to laugh at them. Dad, you're laughing too. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore. Shouldn't laugh anymore? Ooh. Yeah, damn it. Is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now. Tish. As for me, I've only ridden an airplane technically 3 times, but it was all the same trip. There was somewhere I was going back in 2004, which is, at this point, technically like 21 and a half years ago. But the trip there or back, I think the trip there required 2 plane rides. I had to the plane go from one place that wasn't the direct destination, then get onto a different plane from there to finish the trip. And I think the trip back was just one solid plane ride all the way. I don't remember. I'll say this. I do have a terrible sense of balance to the point that I can't ride a bicycle without falling over. And there's no way I can afford those medical bills. I do go on a bike trail all the time, but I just walk there. Though I know a year and a half ago, I think it was like late June or early July of last year. So it's October 5th, 2025 right now. So it was back in 2024. I went out during a heat wave. It was 100 plus degrees Fahrenheit. There was no clouds. Heat advisory. I did not bring water or sunblock. My neck is still discolored from that sunburn. I think I was limping for about 2 weeks after that bike trail walk. I went, I think total distance I walked was like 23 miles. I forget what that is in kilometers. I think it's like 50 kilometers or something. I don't know. Let's go to Google. I know at some point in the past I've translated that, not converted that. But I was like, I don't know, whenever last time I mentioned this was. Convert 23 miles to kilometers. 37.0149 kilometers. Okay. But yeah, I'm also pretty sure I had heat stroke. And very dehydrated, so not the best idea to go that far. Alright, my main point is, I can't have such a bad sense of balance that I'd fall out of a fucking airplane. In general, though, I do have a bit of a fear of heights, but I wasn't scared at all on the airplane. In fact, I had a window seat and I enjoyed the view the whole time. Then again, it was a really big plane, so I can't say it really shook too much, though I know it was during the trip to where I was going that, well, I was going to a place called Philmont. I live in Ohio. I still lived in Ohio back then. Philmont is a Boy Scout camp in New Mexico. The base camp for it is, well, Ohio is relatively at sea level. Whereas New Mexico, the base camp for where we're going, it was a area in the mountains, a place called Philmont. It's just the base area was already over a mile up higher. And then the highest point I was up on the end of the mountains was 2+ miles up above sea level. That being said, we did have some turbulence on the plane ride to the location. So, either way, my body had trouble adjusting to the... I didn't really feel scared about the turbulence or anything. But when I got there, I just did not feel well. I had horrible abdominal cramps for the first day and a half. Apparently, between the turbulence and the change in altitude, my body just... Now, granted, we did go another mile plus up higher, but that was, on foot. So, the body can gradually acclimate to that. But yeah, the only thing I ate was 2 rolls of Tums. It's an antacid. I couldn't keep water or anything down. My body felt horrible. So. You know what's a weird thing? Reverse fear of heights. Where you're down somewhere really low and looking up. Or I know at one point in the past I drove a forklift and I was lifting these things up really, really high. And it's just looking up at the thing is also a bit of vertigo. Then again, while I have ridden roller coasters and various fair, air quotes, rides like the giant boat thing, hey, you got one of those in that Sonic Racing Crossworld game, the Chow Park. Which I'll say this, a lot of those places look like they'd be cool just to go to visit. Heck, I'm the kind of person made a video series called Lucidity at one point where it's just I'm the kind of person that if I had the power to teleport, I wouldn't use it to do anything I don't know, rob a bank. I would be like, hey, I'm going to teleport to this various bike trail on another part of the... I'd be teleporting to England or Switzerland or Russia or Japan, just walk on bike trails or hiking trails, or to see various, beautiful scenery. Then yeah, that'd be a very different channel, also assuming I had the money to afford technology that was better than Well, because you guys have seen my attempts at live recordings. Just saying. Imagine like, hey guys, it's Lunar D8 here. Today, we're in China, and we're at the side of a mountain, and we're gonna sit here and look at clouds. 2 hours of just Lunar sitting there, looking at clouds. On a side note, like, I do feel like a lot of video games, now granted, take out the enemies or any of the dangers or any of the things that would be uncomfortable. Like some places are like, they look really beautiful, but they're set in icy tundras. I don't want to freeze to death. But if like I could walk through an environment that looks the same, but you know, feels comfortable to just walk in just a t-shirt, then yay. I don't know. It's like, imagine if you go around Spyro the Dragon or Bloodborne and just like walk around those environments, no enemies, no dangers, no discomfort. Imagine if it was like a VR chat thing. You just walk around, talk to people, be sociable, or be like me and just, I don't know, just walk around, be antisocial, but look at the environment. Though I imagine like if VR chat ever becomes like Sword Art Online, and not in the regard that people get like locked in the game and start dying of comas, but I mean where you can actually fully interact with the game and feel and do everything. I imagine everyone's just gonna be I don't know. Isn't that already happening though? Yeah, maybe. But definitely more too. I'm just saying, a lot of the environments, like, it's just cool to like that's one cool thing about a video game. Like, go play a game and just like, it's nice to play a video game. Like, even back when the original Spyro the Dragon came out, this is like the environments were just they look interesting. I don't know how you guys would describe it. Heck. Even then, like, you look at certain various like top-down views of two-dimensional 8-bit graphics from the like NES back in 1987 that were made back then, and you imagine, hey, what would that look like, you know, in like a 3D environment like made for a PS5? That'd probably be something cool just to walk around in. I don't know. I'm getting lost in a tangent again. I do that too much. But yeah. From there on, we would be taking a boat to the island. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was a leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier, where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. George Nissan! Neat. Anyway. I'll see you guys next time in this, I don't know, billion-part adventure of me reading this long story. If anyone's even interested. Aside from that, always feel free to suggest anything you'd like to see, but keep in mind there's like nearly 4,000 other videos on this channel. So that's, heck, I have like 500 playlists. A lot of them I have saved other videos that I've just found around the internet. That was like, hey guys, I saw this interesting thing. I would like to share it with you guys and have your opinion. Beyond that, I don't know. That's a nice way of having a air quotes discussion with my community. Like, hey guys, this is what I've been watching sometimes. It's like, gives you a little peek basically into the mindset of Lunar, like, hey, guys, I wasn't lying when I said I'm an otaku. If anything, I downplayed that a lot. I'm a lot much more of an otaku than that just saying otaku implies. Not even sure it's possible for people to scroll through all my fucking playlists. Let alone all the community posts. Should be a page system. Make it a lot easier. I mean, there's a page system for me and it's still untenable. There needs to be a better page system for me, and let alone a page system at all for anyone casually coming across the channel. Then again, everyone could be like, Lunar, you could just be less insane. I'm like, yeah, but apparently that's not a thing I can do. So, we'll go with the options we have. So, yeah. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of other things you'd like to see, I'll give it a try, but keep in mind, I really can't afford to buy anything. Most of the games I have gotten were all at discounts, including this one. So, real game I'm really planning on buying is Union Rhythm Psychosis whenever it comes out. Probably be a month or two from now. I don't know. I'll probably buy it when the day it comes out, but I don't know when. It'll be on a playlist called Denpa Brain Rot. But aside from that, I mean, I have other games I can always return to. I have lots of free games on Steam. And heck, I already have money on Steam set aside for Union Rhythm Psychosis, so whatever's left in the Steam account, I don't plan to get another Steam card, so whatever's left over on that I'll probably use to buy games, but aside from that I'll probably very unlikely to actually ever buy a game on Steam or anything ever again, so mainly just going to be sticking with the free games. Like I said, even this game I got at a heavy discount, so that's a good thing about sales. But I don't know. More than likely, whatever genre of game you want to see, I've already done it at some point on this channel. Just good luck finding it. The way I have this set up is very disorganized. And again, I wouldn't have it any other way. I have it the way that I want it organized, which apparently is a complete incoherent mess. Anyway, we'll return to this. If anyone's out there in the comments, let me know if there's a really cool video game or anime you're looking forward to just watching. Bye.